Madden NFL 24, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Raiders under the lights on Sunday night.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw will complete to Myers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Again, it's Hill. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Sauce Gardner, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up to make the tackle. Play action, Garoppolo. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Jets at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. On play action, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their first drive of the game, they were moving the ball okay, then the interception, but they only gave up 3 points the other direction.
Yeah, and that's a big relief for them because when you give up an interception like that, can be such...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Straight ahead is Hall. Shedding the tackle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
So out come the Raiders. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's complete to Mooney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Bryce Young, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just 1 game coming in. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, on Monday Night Football, we finish off Week 10 with a good one in the AFC. Broncos and Bills from Buffalo. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
There's a fake on the Jets sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. Escapes the defender. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 5. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, it's Hill. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. First down, and it's Hill again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught at the 1. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So it's 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. Sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there. A 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. Pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Cobb to return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On play action, now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to make it a 2-score game. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points. There he goes, left side. Now inside the 25, Davante Adams, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here comes Cobb. Here comes Cobb. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll run with Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still first down.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. A toss left side for Hall. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Rodgers to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
A big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. completion here as they fail to connect on third. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. On the toss, it's Hall. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end. But a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Giants, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.